Nancy Kessler with how to connect with our elder community. Nancy. When is the last time you had a meaningful conversation with a 100-year-old? In our communities, our elders often feel forgotten, ignored, neglected. I like to honor people while they're alive, and I've always had an affinity for our elders. I was the kid that sat in the corner of the kitchen on a stool and listened to the adults talk. The best stories were always told in the kitchen. And as a bonus, I learned to cook. I also had a next door neighbor, Mrs. Blanchet. She was well into her 80s when I was growing up. And she would give out butterscotch candies. Remember these with the yellow cellophane? She would give them out to all the kids in the neighborhood. They would take the candy and run away. But I was drawn into her Victorian parlor, where she would tell me stories about what life was like in the 19th century in our small suburban town. I started to collect stories. For me, they brought history to life, and I really came to love history. My first career was as a museum curator of photography at the Museum of the City of New York. And there I wove together stories with photographs to make exhibitions. My interest in stories really culminated a dozen years ago when I started writing memoirs for the senior community. I have a whole collection of 100-year-old centenarians. Many of my clients have become friends. Right now I have a roster of 10 people with 856 years of experience. Like Belle, she was 107 when she passed last year. She thought she was 108, but we didn't argue with her. Bill turned 100 in May. When driving was no longer an option, he took up bicycling to see his girlfriend every day. But that got a little tough in the Minnesota winters, so his children got him an e-tricycle. And now he makes a 10-mile loop around town every time he can. You could just imagine the community he builds on those trips. I'm just going to share with you a few of the tidbits of wisdom I have received from these elders. Connie is 103 last month. She has 4 children, 20 grandchildren, and 14 great-grandchildren. She uses her wisdom of technology. She is constantly texting, and she texts mostly with her community, which are her children at this point. Then last week I had dinner with Bev. She just turned 100. She says the secret is to eat French fries. She looks at the ups and downs of her life and all the things that could have gone wrong, didn't go wrong, but she really remembers the best things overall. Hope is 98. She's the youngster in the crowd. She has a PhD that she got in 1944 in human genetics. And now she's in a study of genetics it's called superagers. And they're looking at people who are over 95 who have fantastic memories. She's really a marvel. With our elders, in order for them to thrive, we need 3 key ingredients. The first and foremost is community, as the Blue Zone studies suggest. The second is purpose, and the third is wellness. The elders I know have had tremendous losses, sometimes loved ones, certainly their independence, sometimes physical and mental abilities. But they all love to tell stories. So I urge everyone in this audience, find someone in your community, a neighbor, a friend, a relative, somebody you just met at the supermarket, and engage them in a meaningful conversation. If you lean in, you may find some of the secrets to longevity. and certainly you will be enriching their life as well as your own.